Every day, every minute, every hour. We should always praise the Lord because this is what we all are about. And last week we started out with the Lord is our shepherd. We know that we do have a shepherd, but there are some shepherds that do not do their shepherd work. They lead their flocks astray. So we have to be very careful when we are shepherding. So let us go to Isaiah 40:11. See it? What, got it?
Yeah.
Okay. It says, read, he shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lamb with his arm and carry them in the bosom and shall gently lead those that are with young. So, you see that when a woman is conceived, that the Lord take care of that child already in that woman's womb. And that goes even to the animals that is freely on earth here. They are being taken care of them. Christ has taken care of them in their womb when it says they are even with young. That's why some people, you see a little child may born with such complications, and you want to know why it happened. This child was in the womb of the mother, but the child has born with a lot of issues. Now, that is to show you that sometimes when you're more than a kid, your mother always said, bend the tree whilst it is young. When you're conceived, if you do not do the things is right, it will not register on that child. That's why you see most who's on drugs, the child born with a complaint, they're artistic or whatever, you know. That's why you have to be cultivated yourself and knowing that there is a shepherd. And when you have a shepherd is hovering around you, you have to do the right things. And that is what we have to do. Let us go to John 10:14. What you mark with John? I am a good shepherd and know my sheep, and unto them an unknown of me. That is vice versa. I know you and you know me. You know the shepherd and the shepherd know you. So, but to get to that shepherd, to acknowledge the shepherd, to know you, is not easy. It's a hard thing. Because you have to work for it. You have to earn it. You have to make sure that you have in your heart, that you're grounded in your heart, that this is my shepherd. And my shepherd knows me. He knows my voice. But today, there are so many obstacles that comes along your way acknowledging your shepherd. And if you're not strong, you will not be able to have that ability to conquer the issues that comes in front of you day by day. It's always a problem. And if you don't know how to conquer that problem, to be keeping it with your shepherd, contact with your shepherd, you are in trouble. You have to learn to build the inner, to outreach that higher being that is higher than you, which is your shepherd, your Lord God.
Jesus.
So, if when the trouble hits you, you have to hit it back, knowing that the Lord is my shepherd. So you have to keep this shepherd going. Every day. When obstacle comes, you just pay a bill, and before you reach home, it's 10 bills waiting.
You ain't never lied. You better preach. You in a house.
Then you're going to say, I serve my Lord. I serve my shepherd. Why is this happening?
What's going on?
But you have to hold on to the faith and become a conqueror. Because that Satan is on the left, and our shepherd is on the right. And it's going to be a wrestle, like you wrestle in against principalities of life. So you have to keep yourself in tune with your shepherd. It's not an easy task what we are going through here. Now that we see the time is coming, the battle of Armageddon is approaching slowly, where the king of the north and the king of the south is going to clash. He's like a rolling lion right now, seeking who he could devour and separate you from your shepherd. Don't let that happen.
Amen, amen, amen.
So we have to be very careful and very aware of ourselves when the changing scenes of life is going through on us here on earth. You just have to lift your head onto the heights.
Hallelujah.
And say, Lord God, the Lord is my shepherd.
I shall not.
So we have to be very observative, be on our cues, because Armageddon is around the corner. I don't know who don't know and don't see. The things we see is happening today. We didn't see it years ago. From since you are a little child here, the Lord is coming soon. And you can't meet yet. But at those times, the things what's going on now at the present, we didn't have it going on in past tense.
Yes.
We have a lot of unusual things that's going on, and it has to awake us. To let us get ourselves prepared for that day when our shepherd is going to come. Hallelujah. Okay. We have to position, we have to know and position ourselves that we can overcome. We can go into conquering these situations. Let's go to Romans 8:37. Romans 8:37. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loves us.
Amen.
If our shepherd loves us, we are a conqueror.
Amen.
Because he leads us through the valley of shadow of death, and we shall fear no evil, because our shepherd enables us to be a conqueror, and we have to pursue in our body. We are conquerors over all situations that aggravate us and try to put us down in the valley. We don't want to go down. We do not want to be the tail. We want to be the head.
That's right.
And the only way we're going to be the head is to observe and be with our shepherd, and he will enable us to conquer our situation, or whatever comes in our way. We will be able to ride right over it, because we are conquerors through our shepherd. He is our shepherd and friend. He is strong to deliver and quick to defend.
Amen.
So let us bear in mind, we are conquerors through our shepherd. He never leaves us nor forsake us. If we know him. Remember the past scripture, our shepherd know us and we know.
Amen.
So he has to be very observative to become conqueror. From conquering, we have to remember conquering leads to a lot of things. Conquering is like a conjunction word. It join into that and join into that. The most important thing that conquering is in joining to is faith. Is faith. Because if you don't have faith, you cannot conquer.
That's right.
And the only way you can conquer is to have faith.
Amen.
You can have faith. You can wish for something and have the faith that it's going to come true. But if you do not have the faith, you'll be praying day, night and day, morning, noon and night. And it wouldn't come because you're not praying with that forces, the faith from the shepherd. Listen, the shepherd, he do them the most. Let me give you a parable. I think I told Bishop Thomas. About 2 months ago, my account was down to 0. Y'all listen up. And I had bills to pay. The Lord, how am I going to pay this bill? Pastor, I don't know how I'm going to pay the bill. I'm like a wandering sheep. I say, Lord, you know, rich get richer and we get poorer. So I said, what is going to happen here? I go to Chase. I had $12 in the Chase account. Remember I told you that story, Bishop? Then I went to Bank of America, the next bank. I'm like a rolling lion now, from bank to bank, seeking what I could devour. All right? So, I go to Bank of America, but in the height, I'm trying to like doubt myself. I don't have any money in there. Why I must go there, you know, because I'm more upset. Because it's nothing like when you put a card and you see, that upsets you.
Oh, yep.
So I said, I'm not going to go. I drive past, back up, make a U-turn. Now, let's just show you how forces of God works and lead you.
Amen.
In your distress, He could deliver you.
Amen.
And I make a U-turn and back up, go back to Bank of America,
Yeah.
push my card, balance is $1,000.
Wow.
What?
I'm confused now. No, I'm not gonna lie, I'm confused. I says, somebody make a mistake and put money into my bank. But I need this money.
Let's take a chance.
So I can take a chance. You see, perseverance. So I said, you know what? And then the next one says, don't you draw it out with your card. Go into the bank directly Monday morning and get the cash. Then if there's anything wrong, they should be able to put it up. Okay, I'm going now, I'm like a little nervous, but hear the still voice saying, fear not, I am with you.
All right.
And I go and I pull out the money. I'm waiting now for my account to come in to see where this money came from. All it had was depositor. From who? God knows. So I took the money. I took the money, I was able to pay my bills, and I freed up. But it's still bothering me. They might write me and say, there was a mistake. Up to today.
You never find nothing, nothing.
That's why I'm telling
Where's the
you,
money coming from?
the faith is there. How it happened, only God knows. That's why there are miracles. There are miracles encircling God's people. And when you're in distress, He finds a way to lead you out if you're ready. See, honestly, that's why, brothers and sisters, worship Him in spirit and in truth.
Amen. That is the truth.
When you have a problem, take it to the Lord.
Amen.
And pray. All the time. And I says, then I used to look on this guy on TV. What's his name? The miracle working guy. Brother Popeye. And he says that they come on the television, I don't know if anybody ever watched him, and he came and says, oh, they found $30,000 into their bank account. So I'm saying, I wonder, I started to study if he put anything in there. So I'm studying, what is this? But eventually I could have heard deep within, don't worry or fret.
Came from the bank of Jesus Christ.
I telling you, it was so striking. It worried me. I called Bishop all the time. So Bishop was still don't find out where this money come from. And I keep worrying. But now I'm satisfied because if it was mistake, they would already picked it up. Computer talks more than us. So they would have picked it up. They would have picked it up. But Christ has the answer. I satisfy myself. I says, Lord, you know the answer, and you know where it comes from. That's why I keep faith. And when you're going through tribulation, continue praying. Because if you lose it, Satan steps right in. And when he steps right in, faith is something else. Let's go to Matthew 11:22. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Nothing had me, but I got it over now. Matthew 11:22. Okay, here we go. Okay, it says, but I said unto you, it shall be more than terrible, and Tyre and Sodom at the day of judgment than for you. So this is telling us a little bit about judgment. If some people do get things that is not given to them,
say it,
and they take it knowing that it belongs to Sister Marie, it belongs to Pastor Paul, it belongs to you, but they is in the collective area and they collect what don't belongs to them. That's a sin.
Yes, it is.
It is a sin.
Yes,
And right there, your faith is broken because you do not have the faith. If you have a strong faith in Christ, you will do honesty all the time. Do good to people, not to steal from people or take things that is not belongs to you. So this is what it is about, like the money in the bank. I don't know any idea where it comes from, but it is in my account.
Yes.
So, you know, it's 10 of one and 11 of the other. So we have to be very careful with this here, with what is telling us here, you know. If you don't do the right thing, you end up bad, very bad. Let's go to Ephesians 3:17. That Christ may dwell in your heart by faith, that he begin rooted and grounded in love. Faith comes from loving each another. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you don't have love for your neighbor, you cannot be grounded in Christ. I see the beggars, only God knows, on the street, if it's good or bad. But if I have $1, I give it to them. What God does with it, they have to answer Lord. But I give because he was begging, you know. And I look at one day, the girl, I give her $1.50. And I'm watching her through my mirror to see where she's going. Do you know she was hungry? She went straight into McDonald's. And she came out eating. So some of them are really begging just to get something to eat.
Yes.
So now and then if you pass a beggar and you see the really disability and you want to give a little charity to them, I think it's a blessing. So you have to be able. It says here in the 7th verse, whosoever I was made a minister according to the gift of the grace God given unto me by the effectual worker of his power. Faith work by power.
Yes.
Power work by faith. If you plant a seed, a tropical seed that don't belong in this change of climate, you have a tough time nursing that plant for it to burst. So it's the same as our life today.
Amen.
When we have torment going within us, in our hearts, we have to put faith. Pray with faith. Pray without ceasing that it's going to work out.
Yes.
Do not lose the faith. Because when you lose the faith, you are in trouble. You know, we always have to remember that faith is a lot of things. Through that Christ may dwell in your heart by faith, that you will be rooted and grounded. Rooted and grounded means the depth of your heart.
Amen.
So you have to be rooted and grounded with faith. Pray for things you may pray, have faith, pray for something that is to come. And you're waiting year after year and it hasn't come true. But Pastor, we have an example sitting right over there. Myself, when you went into prayer, and Pastor told me, you're going to get your grandson back here. They were moved to Minnesota, far from me. And today, praise God, he's sitting right there. So Pastor, pray without ceasing. You have to give. Keep it. Don't let Satan ever steal it from you. Because when you pray,
Things happen.
things happen.
Amen.
Okay? I was so grateful. I never believed I would have my grandson to sleep and hug up and look. But faith as little as a mustard seed
Can move mountains.
So have the faith. Have the faith. And that is what I was praying. Look at Sarah.
That's it.
To pray. Her old age.
90 years old.
Could you imagine the age she was and how am I going to get pregnant and bring forth a child? It happened through faith and believing on her shepherd. He did it. He has a way of working it out. When the things get tough, he has a way of working it out. So what you have to do is first have your faith. Remember that faith works. You can't do nothing without consulting your God. Some people want to do things, and when they do it, then they run, oh God, I do this and I pray that you help me. No progress. You went the wrong way. You have to seek Him first. Then all other things will be added onto you.
Amen.
You don't want the thing added onto you and then seek Him after. Then say, thank you, Jesus.
No kind of sense.
Don't walk like that. You have to always seek Him first. If you're here doing something and you have something going on somewhere else, Father, I leave this into your hand. I leave this situation to your hand. Then you pray with faith. When you pray, a certain part of the Bible say, you can't keep praying for the same thing all the time. And some people have a habit. I used to be like that too. When I pray, I only pray for one thing. Doesn't work like that. When I realize that I'm doing the wrong thing, I ask the Lord to lead me and teach me how to pray
Praise God.
about things. And since that, He had led me and things is different. You know, in Psalms it's telling you, you know, when you're going in front of the Master, you have to prepare yourself. Some people go in front of the Master anyway. He says you can seek Him anywhere, anyhow. But in Psalms it tells you, prepare yourself because you're going against the Most High. And you can't go with filthy hands. It tells you wash your hands, wash your face, and anoint it with olive oil. Go in a secret place, turn your phone off, because you're having a talk with Jesus.
Amen.
You're having a talk with Jesus, with your master, with your shepherd and friend. You know, have a little talk with Jesus.
Yes.
He will understand and He will hear you by and by. But you go and prepare yourself that you could be in accord with the Spirit of God. And today I want to tell you young people, when you pray, shut off your phones. Shut off everything and get yourself concentrated. Just be in the center of your God. He hears you, but you have to go with Him in the right and proper way. Because He is the Master. You're going against the Most High. So today, the message is, seek your shepherd. He will help you to conquer, and by conquering, it builds your faith.
Amen.
So do not leave anything undone. Seek Him first. By seeking Him, He gives you the strength to overcome your problems, whatever it is. Third, keep the faith. When you pray about something and it may not happen right as you want it to happen, 1, 2, 3, it may not happen like that. God is a God of time.
Amen.
He makes the decision,
Yes.
not you. He makes the decision. So bear in mind that the Lord is your shepherd. I shall not want. Though you walk through the valley of shadow of death, He will bring you through. Could those dry bones live?
Okay.
Could those dry bones live?
Yes.
Huh? Okay. Why? Why they live? How they live? What caused them to live? Huh? Think about those scriptures. So this is what we have to prepare for, because there are going to be days that the Master is going to test you too.
Yeah.
Don't think because He grants you something, He has a way of testing you out.